guys, welcome back to an all-new episode of Conflicts. Today we're reviewing an all-new e-bike from Velotric. This here is a Class 1 e-bike, aka the Velotric Thunder 1ST. That is right, this here is their latest endeavor on the Class 1 e-bikes, allowing you to go ahead and ride along while having pedal assist. Now this thing's designed to be very simplistic and looks really cool, and top of it all is super lightweight. How cool is that? Now in this episode here we'll be unboxing it as well as trying it out, so if you guys wanted your own, check out the link down below the description, and without further ado, let's go ahead and unbox this thing. Alright guys, so check it out. So this here's our packaging, this here's our box, this here's the all-new Velotric Thunder 1ST. Now that's right, it works with Apple Find My. This here's the very first time I've ever seen that, so if you happen to lose your e-bike, this is a great way to go ahead and find it. Now obviously this here is actually essentially a Class 1 e-bike, so it's got pedal assist and it's designed to be super lightweight. Now I'm super pumped up to go ahead and try this out, so let's go ahead and open this thing up and see what's inside. All right, so this here it is, nicely wrapped up inside the box. You got a lot of packaging and a lot of different containers and boxes. And yeah, I mean, you can see our bike kind of peeking out there, as well as a few different parts here. So let's go ahead and take this thing out next and see what we're working with. All right, so this here's our e-bike out of the box. There's a lot of zip ties, a lot of padding, but overall it looks like a pretty simple concept. Mainly just mounting on the front wheel there, as well as the seat, and that's about it. Now we do have a toolkit box, which is this guy right over here, in which, let's go ahead and take a look at this. So on the top here we do have a user manual, even says Find My enabled Thunder 1S manual. So they're really proud of that. Again, it's something I've never seen before too, so that's kind of cool that they do offer that feature. Kind of shows you right over there how to go ahead and pair it up, and then in terms of how to connect my bike, so you can just kind of go ahead and see that there. Now the 1ST does not have the app that is integrated with it, just the one does, but so just keep that in mind. And then you do have your quick start guide in terms of how to go ahead and install these different variations of pieces, in which is going to be all in here. So you have a very nice packaging right over here, kind of showcasing everything that it comes with. So you have this lovely looking pouch. That's one thing I want to showcase right here. Look at this. So you got this nice pouch here, and inside here is going to be some tools. So it does come with a variety of different wrenches, screwdrivers, stuff like that. Everything that you need to go ahead and build this. You do have your rear reflector, you have your front headlight, and then we have a bell, a front reflector, a rear brake light, our kickstand, which is going to be very important, our pedals, and then lastly our charger. Now in terms of our charger goes, it's actually a nice compact one in size. Nothing really crazy in terms of size goes, so just keep that in mind. So that's actually really cool to see how they kind of made that. So overall it seems very promising. All right, so let's go ahead and cue up that montage and build ourselves an e-bike. Alright, so it's finally built, and I have to say it was a very easy job. Now one thing I noticed is the fact that the front wheel is probably one of the most easiest wheels I've ever mounted on an e-bike, mainly because generally it requires you to go ahead and have two springs, two nuts, holding one side, tightening the other. This is literally a bolt that just kind of slides right in without any issues. I literally mounted that wheel up within 30 seconds. Now overall I have to say they did a great job with it. Fully adjustable in the sense that you can go ahead and adjust the height of the seat, you can go ahead and change the handling position. Some different things that I realized as I was going is that one, the kickstand does actually kind of go back like that. So it does seem a little awkward, but that is exactly how it's supposed to be. So don't kind of second guess it as you're doing it. Another thing to note is that when you are adjusting the brake levers as well as the gear lever, it's important to note to go ahead and loosen the gear lever first and then access the bolt for the brake lever. Otherwise it'll be very difficult to do so. Now besides that, in terms of the lights goes, for the front light, you do have the additional reflector you can add onto it, so do mount that if you are mounting that at the same time. As well as the rear brake light, there's a little rubber housing that they don't really mention. You want to go ahead and use that to go ahead and create a nice snug fit. Now, besides that, it looks really promising. Let's go ahead and take this thing outside next and try it out. All right, so we're outside on this beautiful day. Overall, building it was super easy. Literally plug and play, and I have to say they did a phenomenal job, as I already previously mentioned. Now looking at the bike from the front to the back, you have these nice looking tires here. Now this does say Velotric on the rim itself, and of course you do have your front and rear caliper brakes. Now as we kind of work our way up here, you'll actually see that it does have a headlight as well as a little mount here for your phone. So it's got 3M tape where you can go ahead and just simply pop off, attach it to the back of your phone, and then you can go ahead and remount it just like that. Now you do of course have your bell, and then you do have your different controls in terms of speed goes, as well as your headlight function on the left side there. It does feature a Xiaomi 8 gearbox, and then you can see the control right over here, as well as the explanation in terms of the different modes. So of course you have your off, your eco mode, your tour mode, normal mode, sport mode, and turbo mode. And again, this all does work with Apple Find My, so you can technically link this with your phone. So if you do lose it, you can always keep track of exactly where your bike is. Now, kind of continuing on here, you do have a nice seamless display. You don't even see the battery at all. It looks as if it's just a regular bike, but it's actually integrated into the frame here as well. Now, being this bike here, you do have a brake light here. That is actually a physical button that you have to go ahead and turn on, but it's not connected with the actual brake itself, so do keep that in mind. And then to turn it on, all you have to do is hold this button right over here. There you go. You'll actually see some lights going on there, and it is ready to go. From there, you can go ahead and hit the button here to change the colors. There's a ring that goes around this that'll change based on which mode you're in. Right now we're in sports, and now we're in turbo. So as simple as that, you can go ahead and start riding this thing along. So let's go ahead and hop on this thing next and try it out. Whoa, all right. So I have to say, off the back, this thing is very, very lightweight. I've never felt a bike like this being so light. Generally speaking, most e-bikes literally feels like you're carrying a battery, and this literally feels like a feather. This is absolutely crazy how they did this. Now, the pedal assist mode on this is actually kind of nice too, because it doesn't really kind of shove you along. It kind of gently pushes you as you go. And yeah, I mean, it's actually a really cool design concept. Other than that, I mean, it's actually very, very smooth in terms of response. Obviously, it doesn't have an active suspension or anything like that, so I can't imagine it being good over bumps. But being a road bike, hands down, definitely a great one to go with. Woo-hoo. Alright, so overall a great quality e-bike. If you're looking for something that's both simplistic and doesn't even look like an e-bike, this here is hands down a great way to go. Not only that, it is simply a pedal assist bike. So it does give you that extra boost when necessary, but doesn't actually feel like you have a throttle on it. Now, I have to say they did a phenomenal job with it, and Velotric itself is actually one of my favorite brands in terms of e-bikes overall. Now, if you guys had any questions about it, comment down below. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next video. Take care now. Bye-bye.